What's going on, everybody? Alright, so starting the carburetor linkage here. So got the carburetor. I don't know if I've showed you guys. That is what we got. Broswell 4760. It's an Alki carb there. So this is where I'm starting here. Got a fuel log on it. Just got it on there. It's not tight yet, but anyway, it's kind of just getting ready to mock things up. I'm gonna order that fuel pump, get that line running down to the pump, turn line as well. Anyway, but that's what we got going. This shit here, this thing doesn't do very well here. I don't know. This don't fit. This here doesn't fit my carburetor linkages. They're all small holes like that right there, and this is bigger. You know what I mean? So kind of messing around. I got both the linkages. I got a Joe's linkage as well that I bought. Come with some springs and that rod there, some Heims. This here, where's that throttle? Where's that throttle cable? So this throttle cable here, hang on, set this down to where I can do my thing. Okay. So this throttle cable here, this is what goes out to the carburetor, and this was on here. Okay. This piece was. Well, this screw right here is smaller than them holes. Smaller than the holes in the carburetor. So, that being said, that ain't going, I don't like it. Okay, I really don't. And this here, the size bolt and everything fits perfect. So, and this here would probably work with my return springs. So I could, and it lines up good there. It lines up pretty good. Just be able to get my return springs on that, and it'll be able to free move. I just need to be able to hook these two here together. Sorry. These two here together. Yeah. So I don't know if that is possible. I haven't really measured yet, but I'm gonna see if these Heims are the same size diameter. If they're the same size diameter, and it looks like they are, but this one here is reverse pitch, so I need to take a small section of this Joe's rod right here, right? And one side's already threaded for this Heim here, okay, which is already on the carburetor. And then let me think my retardedness here. Sorry, didn't mean to use that word. I need to get like a reverse tap, and I don't know. I don't know which way. I don't know. I think this is reverse. This is reverse thread on this here. So I'm gonna have to get a reverse 7. I don't know if that's a 3/8. I'm thinking that's a 3/8 bolt. Have to get me a tap so that I can tap this piece of tubing here, so that I can get that to all go in, etc. Anyway, let's see what we can do here. Alright, so we had to do some running. We had to ditch this, okay, and that's the spring return that come on that All-Star carburetor, or god dadgummit, cable support thing. Okay, had to go get a tap. Went and got a tap. 1/4 inch per 28. This Joe's rod. Okay, that's this linkage rod. That's that linkage rod that comes in that Joe's rod. Okay, comes with, like I say, Heims and all that. This is what came on that throttle cable that we didn't want to use, because remember that bolt is smaller than whatever, I don't know, but it's small as shit. Wasn't good. So it comes, of course, so that you can adjust this thing. One of these Heims is standard thread, the other one's reverse. Okay, so they have already put the reverse into the tube. Okay, so the reverse thread is already in there for you to go. Okay, then you got to go, and they say on their website, go get you a 28 tap, 1/4 by 28 tap. Cut this thing to your length. Okay, and then tap the end for the standard, and you got you an adjustable linkage. Okay, well, I still got that. Okay, and that's what I done. Ran that, you know, looks fucking good too. Okay, like looks right. So this is fully adjustable. Okay, this here is that way. This here is the other way. Okay, and I can adjust that, and this is gonna hold my cable. Everything worked out great. So got this figured out. Okay, so bada bang, bada boom. Okay, so I'm glad that I got the Joe's rod, because it made my throttle spring work, which it don't look great. I wish that I had an up and down here. I wish this was up and down, but it's not. I mean, this is what it is. This is what I'm going with. So that works there, you know. Got that in there nice. Bada bang, bada boom. Works good. Oh, damn, dang, moving. God damn it. But anyway, let's see here. Let me see if I can crack her. I gotta get something to hold on to. Holy hell. So there we go. Oh, God, that's gonna have a stiff fucking pedal, man. I don't know. We might go with one spring. We'll see how that works out. I don't know yet. Might have to have two. Have to check that ruling. So we got this here. Okay, cable. Gonna be able to go to here. Got everything right. I'm gonna open this up full throttle, right? I'm gonna have the old lady come out here and help me out. And I'm gonna open this up full throttle. I wanna see how much distance I got from here to here. Okay? So I could probably, because if I can move this forward some, it gives me a little more room back here to make the bend, you know what I mean? Because we're going, she's going to slide on, fall in there, ain't she? No, not today. It's got to do a little jog, okay? So it's going from here to about right here. So just got to do a little jog. And then this end here, pull this up. We got to cut this cable, this outer cable to length. But this part right here is going to go into my firewall, and this is going to hook to the pedal. Not in that hole, because it don't frickin' fit, of course. Nothing ever fucking right on this shit. So I got to drill another hole. I'm going to weld that one shut, and bada bing, bada boom. So we just got to drill this hole. I got my X. That's where that hole should go. Right through that rust. Goddamn rust. And be able to make something happen here. So let's set up a tripod and you watch me do that. Alright, so we're making leeway. Friggin' I don't have a tripod yet, okay? I just don't want to break my damn phone. Anyway, in other words, I'm trying to get some better shit for you guys to watch. I know it's a lot of me talking and not a lot of action, so here's what we got. I got everything tacked, okay, like all this is just tacked in. These are tacked, pedal stationary, it can't touch the steering column. Got some, distance in between it. I've already noticed that I want to take some of them threads off of there so my pedal can go in a little bit further. I do want to do that. That's one thing so far that I've noticed that I need to do. I want my pedal to go in a little bit further. That way that I've got room. Where the hell to go? Because right now we're just coming back just a little too far, man, to where I can use my throttle pedal stop, okay? Which I don't know if it's going to go up here yet. I don't know if it's going to come up there and go down, or it's going to come here. I don't know yet, okay? I don't know, because the pedal right now is coming back just a little too far, and that's because I'm running out of, I got X amount of throw. So if I can cut another 3/8 of an inch, I think I gain what I need down there. So, drum roll, because I swear to God, this just the car is starting. I'm starting to see parts of the car, and it's so awesome, man. It's so awesome. It's like it's starting to come together. So, if you can imagine all the rest of it, but without further ado, here we go. I'm really not a fan of the throttle springs, okay? I'm not. But they work, and there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, it works. Now, unless there's a rule that says that I can't do this, I'm good. But it works. This adjusts, so I can, and like I say, I feel really good because I made this, you know what I mean? It's my doings. But I can adjust that cable, tire loose, yada yada yada. Got that real nice. So that might be a little tight actually. Yeah, there we go. Want a little bit of play. Anyway, so I'm here, you buggers. Okay, so that's what it is. Got that in the wall now. It kind of points down, and I was thinking about putting a grommet that kind of made it level out. But in all honesty, it follows the pedal really well, sitting up like that. The pedal follows real nice with the line, so I'm just gonna leave it. I think it looks pretty good. It ain't doing nothing crazy. It ain't like it's horrible, you know. I mean, it's totally tolerable. So. I can't remember the name of this damn block, okay, because it's some weird ass name, okay, like Furic or some shit like that. This is like a wooden block here, my spacer. If you're wondering if that's wood, it is, but it's really nice. I mean, this was like $100, but it's all coned in there, like it isn't just holes, it's all, I don't know, I'll have to show you guys eventually, but anyway, this is the All-Star, that's what this is. So, and this is a, gosh darn it, I'd be lying if I told you I knew the name, Lucar or some shit like that. Jegs, Summit, they've got it. Decent, nice little deal. Just make sure that you don't screw up and cut nothing short. You got to take your time. And I got a lot of experience with cables. Not like a lot of experience, but I've done a lot of brakes on BMX bikes, okay? And it's the same principle, you know what I mean? So like, when you go to cut your... This happened to me. I'm not gonna freaking sit here and lie to you, okay? Like, it's happened to me, okay? It happens to everybody. That's how we learn. When you go to cut this cable right here, this housing, you want to make sure that cable, okay, ain't in there. Okay, you want to make sure your cable is pulled out of the housing before you cut the housing to length, okay, because you'll end up screwing yourself cutting your throttle cable too short. You don't want that. You do not want that, you know. But I'm definitely glad that I went with the throttle cable. Okay, it looks a lot better. I ain't got a big hole with a grommet and all that bullshit. Man, dude, it just looks really nice. So I'm gonna have the old lady come out here and push the pedal so that we can see her in action. You know what I mean? I want to see it in action. I want to get in the car and for the first time push my gas pedal. All right, an actual functioning gas pedal. I've always had it just hanging there, holding it by magnets, like trying to see how it's gonna feel. Like I imagine this is gonna feel a little awkward. It takes some getting used to with that pedal, because the pedal is on the left side of the steering column, so kind of a little sketchy there. But as long as I can pin it, who cares? So anyway, let me go get the old lady who doesn't feel like filming. You know what I mean? Everybody give her a boo. You know what I mean? Boo, old lady don't want to film. No, I'm just joking. But anyway, like I say, I am gonna take a little bit of that out so that this can recess in a little bit further. I can extend my throw here, and then yeah. So let me go get the old lady. Stunning specimen. Go on now. Hang on. Let me get a zoomer in there. Go ahead. You hear that? I hear it. Oh my God. Be what it look like. So she's working. Gotta get some stuff in there. We'll figure it out here. All right. So anyway, now need to trim them threads back right there. Need to trim those back so that pedal can go in a little bit. I can get a little bit more adjustability here. And the cool thing about it is it kind of acts as a pedal stop going that way. So it's good. Like, it's pretty nice. It works out great this way. Anyway, and hang on. I'm going to show you, because I thought it was going to be way worse. Like, I don't know why I pictured it, but anyway, here's what we got. Brake pedal's back a little far. Like I say, I ain't got that adjusted, but the brake pedal's gonna be here. So that way that, I mean, if you notice, I can kind of still everything. I mean, if you notice, I mean, it works great. Like I feel comfortable with that. I mean, that's so great. And then my steering wheel, I put my steering wheel on right here, I did. And it was great too. Like, it was feeling good. I like it. I think. There we go. Okay. I don't know if you guys will be able to see that, but the only thing is I mean, I'm way over here, you know, but I mean, pinning it, foot on the floor, I mean, feeling pretty good. I like it. It works, guys. It works. I will admit my shoe will probably rub the paint off of here, so I'm probably going to put some kind of protectant there, like one of them film coatings around that tube a little bit. That way it protects that. Thinking maybe, thinking ahead. But, you know, pedal does not touch. That does shake a little. I mean, not 100%, you know. But I like that because it's free, and I'll be able to come in here, grease this here. I'll be able to grease that. I got a little trick. Squeeze your fingers around this crack here and just squirt the grease in there, and it'll eventually come out the other side. You'll be able to grease that up. You're gonna have to wipe some grease off, but I can get that greased up. So anyway, I can't get back much further than that, but that's the look of the driving compartment there. Them pedals, they work out great. I mean, I'm pinned, and I still can steer. Everything's good, man. I just feel amazing right now. Feel really good because it's one of the things that has actually come together without crazy shit. Now, had I not bought that Joe's racing linkage, I would have had some problems. I would have had to do a bunch of bullshitting around and blah 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 blah. I bought both of those linkages on the thing of like, which one's better? You know, we're gonna find out. And sure as shit, man, it worked great. So no complaints at all. I am just happy as hell. So I did need to use, like I say, I did need to use 2 linkages to make this work. That's what that little red rod is. Ooh, that's what that little red rod is out there. That's everything that connects to that carb linkage is the Joe's linkage, whatever the hell. Ooh, that's Joe's, and then all I used was what I call a NARP. That where that cable's going in. That's all I used from that other linkage. So anyway, went to Hoosier Midwest and I ordered carburetor studs and the tubing to run my fuel line through so that I can weld that to my fuel or my frame rail, and it did not come in. So this is a wrap for this weekend. I'm gonna take this. Go ahead and take this out and weld all this on in. Get this welded up. I think I might put a support, possibly from here to here, maybe. Thinking I will. Probably am gonna, but probably weld all this up. Get all this finished out so that that's all done. Put a couple tackers on these. I'm not really gonna weld these all the way out. I don't want that bar to move much, so or the tube to move that's going through there, so where it like binds the pedal up. So I'll probably just do a couple of tacks, 3 tacks on each side of those to hold them in place. It's got a little bit of movement, but not much. Just we're talking like a 64th or a 100 and whatever the fuck. We're talking a little bitty bit, all right? In my neck of the woods, we call that a cunt hair. So, yeah, like I say, man, it turned out great, man. I'm happy as shit. I mean, that's all nice and center. Everything worked out good. And I also might have to take and drill this hole out just a little bit to where I can kind of get a socket or something on that, and that there's a bolt in there that tightens that bracket up, and it's kind of a pain in the ass. But anyway, no big deal. So other than that, that's what I got. I ain't got nothing else. I am getting ready to weld these floors in. We're gonna get that tubing from Hoosier because this is done. I got some bracket or I got some tabs so that I can weld a tab right here so that I can it's gonna hold the cable for the on and off for the valve. Okay, there's a valve going to be on the front of the carburetor off the pump, not on the front of the carburetor. It's going to be on top of the pump, kind of like an Enderley setup, and there'll be an on and off line that comes and runs up my shock bar there into this firewall, down this here and around here, and it's going to come to a shut off right here where I can pull that shut off back. Boom. So I got to put a tab probably about, thinking like right here, because I'm going to need to have room for back here, because I'm probably going to eventually one of these days hopefully have a nitrous bottle. I mean, I don't know if that'll ever happen, but I put the steel floor underneath just in case for that specific reason. So all I got to do is just get that. I'm going to order that cable and get that welded to this bar, and because I can cut that to length at the front. I did find out that is not a Pacific length, so I'll be able to cut that to length so I can just weld the I'm going to order the on and off puller, the pull cable, mount it kind of at an angle. I don't want to have to, I don't know if I don't know how I'm going to do it. I don't know if I want it to kind of come off this way or straight back, whatever feels better. But need to get that mounted on there and weld those tubes on that frame rail right there under my feetsies. It's going to have to go from the mid plate past 8 inches and from the mid plate back another 8 inches. So those 2 things are done. I I can weld my floors in and start sanding this thing down and painting it. And we can start the assembly process, all the aluminum and everything. It's pretty well done, so it'll go together quick. Appreciate you guys that stick around, watch my videos. If you guys like, comment, subscribe, you know, all that shit. You want to tell me my hair's ugly, you want to tell me I'm doing something wrong, whatever. Okay, interact with the channel, be sweet. Anyway, like I always say, love your neighbor, and peace, chick grease.